my mate's Dick Dastardly.
That's right, be funny. I wanted to know what you thought of it.
It's very nice, Rigsby. I've always wanted a car like this, where it can go.
Go, I'll say it can go, mate. That was just a blur coming down the motorway. I was passing everything. And that was with the handbrake on.
I thought you were going to get a Mini.
No, I decided against that. No, too small. You can lose them in a pile of dead leaves. Ah, yes. I'm not saying it won't be useful where Miss Jones is concerned.
So that's the reason. Yeah, it won't make any difference. You know, Ruth's not going to be impressed just because you own a sports car.
Oh, mate.
Mr. Rigsby, what a lovely car. I saw it from the window.
Ah. Do you like it, Miss Jones?
Oh, I adore it.
Women.
Oh.
What's the matter with Alan?
It's all right, Miss Jones. He's jealous. After all, he's only got a Rally 3-speed.
You've certainly got a lovely shine, Mr. Rigsby.
Yes, I've been waxing her body, Miss Jones. Perhaps you'd like to come for a spin sometime?
Oh, yes. It's years since I've been in a sports car.
Yeah, perhaps you'd like to take the wheel, Miss
Oh,
Jones?
I'd love to, Mr. Rigsby. Unhappily, I've never learned to drive.
And I didn't know you were a pedestrian, Miss Jones.
Oh, yes, Mr. Rigsby. Driving seems to bring the worst out in people. I don't think I can stand all the bad temper and the swearing.
Oh, you could always try counting up to 10, Miss Jones.
Oh, I didn't mean me, Mr. Rigsby. I was referring to the other motorists.
Well, we're not all like that, Miss Jones. I always say, if you lose control of yourself, how can you control your car?
Oh, that's very true.
Yes. I was thinking, Miss Jones, perhaps you'd like to drive out to the country club tomorrow night. They're holding a dance. There'll be lanterns strung across the terrace, light-hearted banter down the swimming pool.
Have you been before, Mr. Rigsby?
No, it never seemed to go with the Anglia somehow.
It would need a long dress. And I could borrow Aunt Ada's fox fur.
Yeah?
Yes, it would be very exciting.
Yes, they usually go on till dawn.
Oh, I can just picture it, Mr. Rigsby. Two people in evening dress in the early morning. A balloon trailing behind them.
The birds singing, dawn breaking over the slag heaps.
He hums a tune of the night before. She dances a few steps.
Oh, Miss Jones.
Her long dress twirling in the dewy grass. It would be so romantic. I'll go and phone Aunt Ada immediately.
Off you go.
Ask her to get the fox out of the mothballs.
I'll pay for the call, Miss Jones. Oh, hey, Vienna, I think we've cracked it at last. Oh, Miss Jones, I had no idea we were so short of petrol. Oh, dear, I'm afraid we are stuck here for the night.
Seen Rigsby's new car?
No, but I heard the screech of tires. Has he killed anyone yet?
Yeah.
He will.
What, you don't see it?
No, I'm not interested. I consider the motor car to be a threat to the environment.
Might be a threat to the environment, but it certainly pulls the birds. You should have seen Miss Jones. She was nearly purring. That car's wasted on Rigsby. Now, if I had it...
But I thought you'd got a girl.
What, you mean Caroline? Yeah, but how long am I going to keep her? She's got class.
Is that why she's got that funny voice?
She ain't got a funny voice.
She sounds like a cat sliding on a blackboard.
They all talk like that. It comes from shouting at the servants. The question is, how long is she going to stick with somebody who travels by Yorkshire traction?
I don't see what you're worried about. Obviously, it doesn't matter to her whether you have a car or not.
Ah, well, you've got a point there, you see, because she does think I have got a car.
What gave her that idea?
Well, I've only met her in the coffee bar, you see, and I park my bike round the back and go in throwing these car keys up in the air. So she thinks I've got a car.
I'm not surprised.
Now she wants me to take her home for the weekend.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I don't think she fancied travelling 50 miles on me crossbar.
Moonlight and...
Rigsby, you could have killed me.
What?
You nearly ran me down out there. You missed me by inches.
Well, as close as that, was it? That's all. It was nothing personal. I was trying to avoid the cat.
The cat? What about me? That's typical of you, Rigsby. You'd swerve, avoid the cat, and run down a dozen pedestrians.
No, it's not like that. It's just that I can see him better.
What do you need a car for anyway? They cause pollution, use up the world's resources, and in the wrong hands can be as lethal as a loaded revolver.
Dear, you just don't understand, do you? A car is essential in this country. You can't travel by jungle creep around here, you know.
You could use a bicycle.
A bicycle? Look, I'm taking Miss Jones to the country club. What are you suggesting we do? Go by tandem? I can just see me handing him my clips to the commissioner. Yes, oh, I know what's the trouble with you, mate. You are jealous because I'm taking Miss Jones out for the evening. Well, you can eat your heart out, because as soon as I have finished filling my cigarette case, I shall be away, and I will not be back until dawn.
Do I look all right, Mr. Rigsby?
All right, Miss Jones, you look ravishing.
Well, I was wondering about this. You don't think it looks a bit odd?
Well, why should it look odd, Miss Jones?
Well, it's Aunt Ada's. I think it's a bit old-fashioned now. I think it's the head. I keep thinking something's leapt on me from behind.
Shouldn't give it a moment's thought, Miss Jones. It suits you.
What do you think, Philip?
I think it's just another example of the way so-called civilized countries are decimating the animal kingdom and just to satisfy the whims of fashion, to grace the idle, pampered shoulders of Western women.
You don't like it?
I think it's disgusting.
Well, I didn't kill it, and I'm sure Aunt Ada didn't.
You can't transfer your guilt as easily as that, Ruth. You're wearing it.
Oh, now, just a minute. How do you know he didn't die of old age? Looks contented enough to me. You feeling all right? Of course I am.
Well, I think it's obscene, Rigsby.
Oh.
At least we only kill for food and warmth, not for the country club.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God, now I've upset him. Perhaps I ought not to wear
No,
it.
it is perfectly all right, Miss Jones. As long as Peter Scott doesn't turn up.
Do you really think it suits me?
Miss Jones, you look sensational. I promise you, when we walk through those doors, every head will turn. And you know what they'll be thinking. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Rigsby. You look very nice, too.
I was referring to the fox, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Rigsby.
Well, shall we get down to the car, Miss Jones? Those seatbelts are a bit tricky, and I want to get you strapped down as quickly... strapped in as safely as possible.
Oh, yes, Mr. Rigsby. Clunk, click every trip.
Yes, Miss Jones. I sincerely hope so, anyway. You feeling any better now, Miss Jones? Must have been a very nasty shock. I'll see if I can prise you loose. My word, you haven't got a tight hold on these supports. I'll try and loosen your fingers one by one. This little piggy went to market. Now for the left hand. There we are, monsieur. Right, back you go. Oh, now, watch the handbrake, Miss Jones. That's it. Feeling any better?
I thought my last moment had come.
Well, I know it said Humpback Bridge, Miss Jones, but I didn't expect it to be as steep as that.
Mr. Rigsby, if my foot hadn't caught in the door handle, I'd have ended up in the canal.
I think you're probably right.
That was extremely reckless driving.
Couldn't we look upon it as a minor blemish on an otherwise perfect evening?
A perfect evening. The times my past life flashed before me was terrifying.
Wasn't as bad as that, surely, Miss Jones.
You may think that chasing rabbits down a country lane is a perfect way to round up an evening, but I don't.
But the country club was very nice, though, Miss Jones.
Oh, yes, the country club. You know how sensitive I was about Aunt Ada's fur. And what did you say when I handed it in? Put a bowl of water down for him. We'll be back later.
You, my little joke.
My impression was, in fact, too much to drink.
No, Miss Jones, not when I'm driving. I may have had a little over the limit, but it usually makes me drive better, actually.
Really? And what about the collision at the crossroads?
It's only a scratch.
A scratch? We dragged his front bumper for 3 miles and it didn't stop.
Well, I mean, we did have a right of way, Miss Jones, and no one was hurt. It's what we motorists call knock for knock.
Oh, the way he was chasing us, I think he wanted to get his knock in there and then. What happens to you when you get behind a wheel, Mr. Rigsby? It was like Death Race 2000. I don't care if I ever see that car again. You should be banned.
But apart from that, Miss Jones, did you enjoy the evening? Apparently not. Vienna, where are you? Should be home by now, boy. Where is he? Vienna?
Rigsby, a man called earlier when you were in bed, said he wanted to see you.
Man, what did he want?
Oh, he didn't say. He's very anxious to see you. He'll be back this evening.
All right, what did he look like?
Oh, medium height, well-spoken, expensive clothes.
Yeah, right.
His front bumper was missing.
Yeah. What? Probably some chap from the Rotary wanting me to join. They've been after me for a long time. Now, where's that cat? Vienna! Vienna! Oh, no.
What's the matter, Rigsby?
Oh, Philip, could you have a look there behind the back wheel? Is he... Is he dead?
Oh, yes. He's been dead for some time.
No!
Would you like to examine him?
No, I couldn't look at him now. There's a sack or something there. Can you put him in, please, Phil? Oh, Vienna. I told you not to sleep on the garage floor, and now it's too late. Now look what I've done. I'll never drink and drive again. Oh, my little boy. There's nothing left of him.
Oh, never mind, Rigsby. Perhaps he hasn't died in vain. Perhaps he's a sacrifice. A warning so that other people might live.
She may be right.
Or would you like to be left alone with your thoughts
Yes,
for a few
please,
minutes?
Phil. Thank you very much. You can be very sensitive at times. Oh, Vienna.
Hey, Rigsby, look at this.
What about it?
You've run over it.
I didn't run. I'd have known if I'd run over it.
You must have run over it last night when you had a skinful.
Look, I did not have a skinful.
But what am I going to do now? I'm stuck for transport. Hey, I don't...
No, you're not borrowing them. You keep away from sports cars, mate. This insatiable quest for speed can only lead to tragedy. Do you know who's in there? No, Vienna. Ran over him last night.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rigsby. I didn't know.
It's all right.
What are you going to do with him?
I don't know. I mean, he wasn't just a pet, you know. He was more of a companion, a friend.
Could put him in a vegetable patch.
What should I put him there for?
You get some big cabbages next year.
My God, you're tasteless, aren't you? And I don't want to be digging them up every spring, do I?
Sorry, Rigsby. I understand how you must feel.
I'll be all right when I've composed myself.
Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
Oh, yeah, of course. Rigsby, about this car.
Oh, get out! Come on, lad. Last journey, eh? Bottom of the garden, shall we make it? Oh. Come on, off we go. There's a good one.
Good morning. My name is French. I'm looking for the owner of a white sports car. I understand he lives here.
White sports car? No. Who told you that?
One of the tenants.
Oh, it wasn't a dark complexion chap, was it? Someone you'd associate with warmer climes?
Yes, yes, it was. Yes.
Yes, wouldn't take any notice of him. He's only been over here 5 minutes. He probably didn't understand what you were saying.
Well, he spoke perfect English.
Yes, he would. He'd say anything to make himself agreeable, yes.
You haven't seen a white sports car?
No, definitely not.
Forgive me asking, haven't we met somewhere before?
No, definitely, I don't think so.
You see, I'm a magistrate. I do meet a lot of people.
Yes, a magistrate. Must be very interesting work.
Your face is very familiar.
No, it's probably the squint. Everyone notices it, you know.
No, I don't think so.
Well, as long as it wasn't in court.
Oh, my dear sir, I wasn't suggesting.
No, of course, no. No, well, if I hear anything about a white sports car, I shall certainly let you know, but it's not the sort of thing we get a lot of round here. Now, if you'll excuse me, we've just had a death in the family, if you just... We'd like to, What? Good heavens! This is a white sports car. Where on earth did that come from?
And look at these scratches. You know, I have every reason to believe that I was in collision with this car last night, and the driver didn't stop.
He did... Oh, the swine. What is the world coming to?
Yeah. I don't suppose you know who this belongs to.
No, but I shall certainly make inquiries, sir. I shall leave no stone unturned.
Well, I'd certainly like to meet him. Yes, I'll call back if I may. Shall I say 7 o'clock?
Yes, you can say what you like. Yes, 7 o'clock.
Well, I'll see you again about 7 then.
7 then, right, sir. You won't be seeing me at 7, mate.
Little car.
Yeah, not bad, is it?
You certainly kept this a big secret. And to tell the truth, I'd begun to wonder if you'd got one.
Really? No, it's just out of commission, I'm afraid.
Oh, couldn't you fix it? After all, you are an advanced motorist.
Well, I've tried. I think it's the transmission. Can't get a peep out of her. Must have been that rally I was on the other night. Very hairy. Fog and ice all the way. Yeah. Aquaplane 3 times. Mind you, all that practice on the skid patch must have paid off. Then my fan belt went and I replaced it with my braces and finished 3rd.
Super! Mind if I look inside?
No, go ahead.
Hard's got one like this. Souped up, of course.
Oh, you mean the bloke with the C-link stickers and GB plates and BA shoulder bag?
Yes, it's driven all over Europe.
Super. Mind you, we were going to do that last year. 3 of us bought an old van, souped up, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, we were going to go through Europe, then Turkey, over the mountains into Pakistan, down through India, and then ship into Australia.
What happened?
Got to the end of the road and the wheel fell off.
Oh, please. Oh, you've left the keys in.
Oh,
Oh, it's going. Super. We'll be able to go after all. I'll just go and ring Mummy.
you see, that- I'm sorry about that, Rigsby. I suppose you heard.
Yes, I heard.
I wasn't going to take it.
Oh, no,
I was
not
just trying to
much
make an impression.
You were going to take it. Oh, that's all right, Alan. That's all right. I understand, yes.
You do?
Yes, you can borrow it if you want. Yes, I was young myself once. Yes, used to lay it on a bit. I told him I drove at Brooklyn. Yes, you can borrow it.
Hey, do you mean that?
Yes,
Rigsby?
from now on, it's yours. I never owned it. It can be our little secret, eh?
Hey, that's very good of you,
Ah,
Rigsby.
you know me, all heart.
Come on, Alan. Get your clock down.
Oh, dear.
Excuse me, is this your car?
Yeah, that's right.
You were in collision with me last night.
What was I?
And you didn't stop. You drove on as though nothing had happened.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realise that.
No, you had right away. I'm afraid I was a little careless. I just wanted to check that, get the matter cleared up.
What?
Well, I'm very glad to see there's so little damage, though you must allow me to make some sort of restitution, if only for your narrow escape. Would £10 cover it?
Well, thanks very much.
Oh, not at all. It's all nice of you to be so kind about it. You know, some people might have reported me, and, well, as a magistrate, I really can't afford a preference scandal. Good night.
See you, Rigsby!
All right, lad. Good night, Vienna.
Mr. Rigsby, have you seen my fur stole? I seem to have mislaid it.
Well, it was on the back seat of the car last time I saw it, Miss Jones.
Well, I must have it. Aunt Ada's phoned up about it.
The only trouble is Alan's borrowed it.
What on earth for? He'll look ridiculous in it.
No, Miss Jones, the car, I mean, I'll let you have it back as soon as he returns.
Thank you, Mr. Rigsby.
Miss Jones, I'd like to apologize for my conduct the other night.
That's all right, Mr. Rigsby. I've stopped shaking now. And I've managed a few hours' sleep with the aid of my little red tablets.
I realize it was very reckless driving, but I have learned my lesson.
Yes, I should hope so.
Yes, Miss Jones, when I drove home last night, I unwittingly struck down an old friend and companion.
Not Mr. Baxter from the British Legion.
No, Vienna, Miss Jones.
Vienna! Oh, what can I say, Mr. Rigsby? I know how fond you were of each other.
There's nothing to say, Miss Jones, and it was my fault.
What have you done with him?
Well, I was going to bury him in the garden, Miss Jones, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
No, I understand. Have you thought of having him stuffed?
No, I don't think he would have appreciated that, Miss Jones. And his coat was never in very good condition.
Well, a friend of mine had hers stuffed and put on the mantelpiece. And they made a very good job of it. In fact, he looked better dead than he did alive.
No, I don't think I could stand those sad, reproachful eyes watching me, Miss Jones, so I decided on cremation.
Cremation?
Yes. Yes,
You mean you're going to put him in there?
Yes, Miss Jones. Yes, I've got a very nice biscuit tin to keep him in. It's got the Taj Mahal on the front and it's airtight. You may remember the one I used to keep the mince pies in.
Oh, poor Vienna.
Yes. There we go, lad.
Do you think we should say something?
Not very good with words, Miss Jones.
What about a hymn?
Oh, no, that is a good idea, yes.
I'm not sure which one.
What's the matter?
We're cremating Vienna.
Why? What's he done? Oh, Rigsby, you haven't.
Please, let's have a bit of respect.
We're trying to think of something to sing.
What about Up, Up and Away?
This is a solemn occasion.
What about Rock of Ages?
Oh, yes, Miss Jones, one of my favourites. Yes.
Rock of Ages, pray for me.
Seat to the car.
Oh, Mr. Rigsby. But that's Vienna. What have you got in the boiler?
I just don't understand, Miss. I mean, I saw him last night. He was under the back wheel. His fur all crushed and matted. His little paws were... Miss Jones.
Mr. Rigsby, Aunt Ada's first stole. How can I take it back to her like that?
She'll have to borrow the biscuit tin, Miss Jones.